Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Akashic Records Diary. Before I start there, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the evolution of this channel. For some of you that have been with me for a little while, this channel started off, and I found a video from 4 years ago, as Heartful Way Reiki, and was a place where I would share how I was doing my Reiki business, share information about Reiki. My life went into a totally different direction, and I was managing a nonprofit co-working space for the past almost 3 years. I've laid down a few videos here and there over that time, but now today I have evolved this channel to the Kelly Chronicles, something that has been in my heart for years. And what is the Kelly Chronicles? It is my spiritual journey. It is how I'm handling life at near 60. It's what I'm doing in my resale business, what I'm doing as an entrepreneur. So it has all these different episodes, it has all these different chapters, and I wanted to put them right here in one channel. And the core of that is me. It's Kelly Jo Pagic. Kelly Jo Garrigan Pagic. What I'm here to talk to you today is my journey with the Akashic Records. I had heard about the Akashic several years ago, probably at least 10 years ago now. And I didn't quite understand what they were, nor did I really feel drawn to look into them at that time. I was going through my Reiki training. Fast forward to about 9 years ago, I ran into somebody that her business was reading the Akashic Records, and she said she was able to take out or heal certain records that you have in your soul contract. And so, like, if you were having certain issues, that they would be healed. Okay. It still didn't resonate with me. And then I saw an Akashic Records reader who was on the Next Level Soul podcast. And I looked into her and I was very drawn to the Akashic Records. My curiosity was piqued. I'm like, oh, should I go through a training to be able to read the records? And I looked into her trainings and they were $5,000. Eeks. Do I think she's good? Yes, she has that kind of energy. Could I afford $5,000? No, I just didn't feel like that was my path. And the big question for me was, I have put a lot of money in Reiki trainings and yoga trainings and meditation workshops, and I'm investing a lot of money. I don't have that money right now. So I'm going to just learn on my own. There's something that's really drawing me to the Akashic Records. And I found something online from a girl who does astrological geographic, like where you should live based on your astrology. And she had a blog post on a beginner's guide to the Akashic Records. And in it, she said, anyone can access the Akashic Records. And I thought to myself, oh, I don't need to be trained to do this, although I do know that training would help me. But I can start practicing here on my own. And I'm reminded of the time where I used some intuitive guidance to just start bringing me down a certain prayer path in my life as a young girl. And I thought, I need to rely on my intuition. So she laid out how to access the Akashic Records. Number 1 is grounding. Number 2, an opening prayer to open up the Akashic Records. Now, this is a sacred place. I felt very drawn to create a sacred environment around me, go into a meditation, say this prayer, and go into the Akashic Records. And then it's ask a question or seek guidance that you're looking for. Then you say a prayer to close them. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience. I just started this. I'm really, really excited about this, you guys. I really feel that this is a new path, my soul's path. Of course, I was eventually led to walk this path. I do believe that. So you may be asking, well, what are the Akashic records? So the Akashic records are a record of how I see it, a record of all of our soul contracts. So for me, Kelly Jo Garrigan's my maiden name. It is my past life. It is my life growing up. It is my life now. It is my life in the future. So all those contracts are all there within the Akashic records. And every soul has its own book. It's like a giant library. So how I envision it is like I had gone to the Book of Kells, I was in Ireland and I went to this great library, and that's how I envision it. It's a old ancient place with all these books, and there's a head librarian and people, souls, and guides that are all around within this library. Google Maps is a more modern way to look at it. They show where you've been, where you are now, and routes available to you. The book, so what does this book contain? Experiences my soul has had, lessons I have learned, choices I have made, strengths and gifts, patterns I'm working on, possible directions my life could take based on current choices. We're always looking for answers. I do know that. We want to know our future. So we, feel like, oh, confidently take this path. But it's our choice to take certain paths. I believe that we go on paths, maybe sometimes to learn a lesson, maybe sometimes to meet a person. There's always some kind of reason we take a path. Why did I want to go into the Akashic records? You're probably asking that. Why did I feel drawn to them? Why this time? I feel that I'm very intuitive. I feel that I doubt that intuitive guidance. Sometimes I'm very confident in how it guides me, but how could I do readings for others? I know that takes practice. I always believe that I could communicate with the other side. I was always into mediumship. Will my life go in that direction? I'm not really sure. I don't feel like drawn to read someone else's records, but I really feel strongly that the information that I'm getting will actually help others on their path. And that's what I want to share. So, in day one, what happened? What was my experience? You can call on a spirit guide or Archangel Michael to come with you to quell any fears or doubts as you're entering the Akashic records. Was I afraid of this? No, not really, but I just feel like I have a little extra juju around me. So Jesus has been appearing within my life for several years now. So I did ask Jesus and Archangel Michael to come with me. I entered and I saw a library full of books. And I felt loved ones. I felt my Nana, my grandma there with me. I felt my Uncle Mike, and my uncle, who had taken his own life, actually thanked me for the prayers that I had sent to him as a little girl. I felt the divine love flooding my heart. These are the messages that I got within that. And I was just open, like, whatever messages are meant for me in my first exploration. I don't think I asked any particular question. I was just curious to see what would come of the experience. There are many paths. Other paths are right for them. Stop judging. Okay. So I have been very upset over just different people's actions in life. I live in Madison. There's some Black Lives Matters protests. They've been doing it in a certain way. And I'm like, well, how dare they? Well, you know what? That's their path. Let them stop judging and just get on with life. So, okay, thank you. I did ask, what is my purpose? And I got this answer. Your soul purpose is developing. Come here every day. more will be revealed. So I was guided to do this meditation every single day. I asked why I wasn't able to access fully my intuitive ability. I don't think I'm good enough. And I got the answer, stop asking why and ask for healing. So, in this point in my journey, after I got that message, I realized that I needed to bring healing into certain situations. And I just felt like the session and my time in the records was over with. So I ventured out and did a closing prayer and did some grounding afterwards. And then I took these notes. I thought it was a very peaceful, very centering, very enlightening session for me. And it was very, very eye opening. I feel like when we go through different things like this, it can start to spark intuitive abilities. It can spark different opportunities, different avenues within our lives. I want to say I am no expert in these Akashic records. There are people that have been doing this for years. They teach this. They have tons of more experience than I am. I'm just telling you what I'm experiencing and what I'm going through so that maybe some of these messages that for healing and the practices that I'm doing, maybe you can resonate with that and you can take that and use it within your own life. Now, I was wondering, what are the benefits of the Akashic records? It's not about predicting our future, but it's a way of knowing ourselves on a deeper soul sacred level than we have before. It might be something that could show you what your limiting beliefs are and how to heal that. It can enhance your intuitive abilities. You can gain clarity during major life decisions. Figure out the direction that you should go based on how you feel and if it's aligned with you. Can help you understand relationships and the lessons that you've learned through those relationships. I'm not just talking about romantic relationships or family relationships. It could be a work or coworker, it could be a friend relationship. All of those have a big impact on the different lessons that are learned. There's certain patterns that you can see are being repeated in relationships, and you can figure that out, gain clarity, and bring healing to that. A sense of peace, I experience that. It supports spiritual growth, and I'm all about spiritual growth. So this is like, oh my gosh, I've been searching for something to a spiritual practice, a spiritual director, a spiritual group, something that I could anchor into to help me on my spiritual path. The Akasha can be used for reframing challenges, like why is this happening to me and what can I learn from this? It just gives you a really balanced perspective of the world. And like I experienced, connect with spirits, guides that are on the other side. So there is the beginning, everyone. There is how I'm started and what I'm experienced so far. And this little chapter, this little segment will be known as the Akashic Diaries. Thanks for joining me, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.